to you about math.
Okay, cool. We don't need them quite yet. We are going to start with a small activity. So, and we are going to be making something that's a little bit like a Venn diagram. So, if you were born inside of Seattle, so if you were born in Seattle, I need you to find your way into this purple rope. If you were not born in Seattle, I need you in this yellow rope. Go.
What do you mean by inside is yellow? Wait, if you are...
Oh, this is not going to be fun.
Wait, you were
I would pick it up.
You were born in Seattle.
I know. Oh.
Hey, where are you guys?
Oh yeah, this is not born in Seattle.
How you were not born in
I was
Seattle?
born in Seattle.
No, I
You were
wasn't
born on a
born
plane.
enough.
Where did you
Wait,
care?
you were?
Over Japanese and landed in America.
Wait, actually?
Okay. Is everybody happy with where they're at?
So
Okay.
In Belgium.
Can I get all voices off for just a second? For just a second. Okay. We're going to add something to this. So now, if you guys need to stay in the rings that you're in now, and now if you were in the musical, you need to also get inside of this orange circle. And if you are not in the musical, I need you inside this pink circle. Okay?
And wait, what? What's the next one?
If you are not inside the musical, you need to be, or sorry, if you're not in the musical or in the band, you need to be in this pink circle. Okay, so figure out how this works. Figure out how this works.
Here, let's move this way.
Everybody should be in 2 colored circles.
You were in the...
This is gonna get so
Vultures are lame.
I'm not
We're the
yellow.
band.
Oh, the pink
Oh, the band is like infinitely cooler than
Oh my
freaking
god.
Vulture.
Is everyone in 2 circles?
Yes. Perhaps.
Yeah, you're
I
not.
want a like a
I'm in the
perspective parent
pink
to walk
and
in.
yellow.
Okay.
This is fun.
So, raise your hand. Let's double check this. Raise your hand if you were born in Seattle. Where are my Seattle folks at? Okay. Is every one of those people inside the purple circle?
Yes.
Okay. Where are my not Seattle
This
folks?
is a blue.
Are they in the yellow circle?
You know it.
Okay.
This is a blue.
Where are my musical folks? Okay. Are they all in the pink one or is it the orange one?
Orangutan.
Okay. And then where are my not musical folks? And they're all in the pink
Yeah.
one? Okay, we made this a little confusing, but that's okay. This is going to be what we're looking at today. And if I could have everybody just turn and look, we are going to be making kind of like circles like this with what we call two-way frequency changes. So everybody can drop the ropes
No.
and head back to their seats. Drop their ropes and let's head back to seats.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Really, it took me a while.
Chris is a good teacher.
Hey, thanks, Elliot. Okay.
You're a fine
So long.
So, what we created there was kind of a little two-way frequency table. So we have the musical, and we have the not musical
Losers.
people, musical, and then we have people who were born in Seattle
How you were not born in Seattle?
and not born in
You are
Seattle.
a child of the sky.
And how did you born in
I need this table in your notes. This is skill 22. I need this table in your notes under skill 22.
Pencil? This
You were born in Seattle and you were in the musical. Can I get hands? I want to see how many people we've got. Born in Seattle and in the musical. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Okay, how about born in Seattle, but you weren't in the musical? Born in Seattle, no musical. We got 1, 2, 3. Okay, how about not born in the Seattle, but you were in the musical? You were born somewhere else, but you were in the musical. Is it just one?
Oh wait a
Just
minute.
Mega?
Wait a minute. I accidentally put down the. That's actually 3 people for. I accidentally raised my hand for born in Seattle.
This should be 3?
Yeah. it should be
Thanks, Vincent.
Sorry.
Okay, how about born in Seattle? Sorry, born somewhere other than Seattle, but you were in the musical. So that should just be Vincent and Mega. Okay, and then how about you weren't in the musical and you were born somewhere other than Seattle? Who we got for that? We got 3. And I'm gonna add me to that one, so we're gonna make that a 4.
Wow.
Wow, Chris.
Self-inserter.
I know. I'm putting myself in this table.
I have 2 things that are crossed off.
Me too.
I've never
me too.
Could you hear me?
Why? You know you're like never glasses.
Okay.
Wearing contacts?
So, how many people total were born in Seattle? Nathaniel, how did you get that number quickly?
Added,
Hold up. Are we listening to Nathaniel right now, guys?
added the born in Seattle line.
Okay, so we have 3 people here, 3 people here. What other information could we quickly get from this table? Give me some other examples. Ian, what's one? How many people there are? How many people total are there? 12? How'd you get that so quick? Added them all together. What other information could we get quickly? Kai.
Some people are more expressive, and like some people are, they don't care about expressing themselves because musicals.
You get that from this table?
Yes.
Wow, you're really digging deep. What else we got?
6 people.
6 people were in the musical. How many people were not in the musical?
Wait, no, only
6.
5 people.
7, right?
No,
Wait,
6.
Oh, sorry.
5.
Should be
5 people in the
5 and
musical.
7.
7 people not in the musical.
Not musical.
not musical is 7. How many were in the musical?
5.
5. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're actually going to add those boxes around the outside, and that's what makes this table into what we call a two-way frequency table, right? So when we look at all the people born in Seattle, we had 3 that were in the musical, 3 that weren't, for a total of, right? We had 2 that were 2 and 4 here, gives us 6 people that were born somewhere else. We had 5 people in the musical, and we had 7 people who were not. And then one more time, Ian, what's that bottom dark square going to represent?
Total people?
Total people, right? And it's going to be 12 of us total in here. Okay. Once you have that written in, I'd like you to write this question. We're only going to write 1 in our notes, but we're going to answer 4 of them. So I need that question written in your notes. It's the only one I'm asking you to write down. What % of kids in the musical were also born in Seattle? Okay. And once you have that written down, I want you guys to talk at your table. How could we answer this question? This question's a lot like our rewind question today with the marbles. How do we answer it?
Yeah, you
It's 25%, Chris.
25%?
just multiply.
Wait.
I think, am I right?
Is there like
No?
Maybe.
It's probably like
25%.
It's 25%.
Okay.
You don't know.
So let's bring this back together. And all voices off and all eyes on me. Okay. What do we think on this question? What are some guesses we have so far? Neela, what do you think?
Is it like a probability problem?
It's kind of like a probability problem. Isaac, what do you think?
Well, it's 3 out of 12, which is 25%.
3 out of 12, which is 25%. Do we agree with Isaac on that one?
Yeah.
No.
Vincent, what do you think?
It's because all the people in the musical is only 5. 12 is the whole class.
Okay, how do you decide what number goes on the bottom if it's 12 or 5? How did you pick 5 instead of 12?
Because it's how many people were in the musical. It's like born in Seattle out of everyone in the musical.
Okay, and Isaac, why did you pick 12 for your
Well,
denominator?
it's actually 11 because it says kids and Chris, you're not a kid.
Okay, that's a fair point.
What if you change the 3 to a 5? But not all of 5 were born in this musical. Oh.
Is that what this question's asking? I could ask you that question, right?
3 out of 5.
Yeah, which one of these is right?
It's 3 out of 5.
It should actually be 3 out of 5, right? So even Isaac spotted that that probably isn't going to be the right answer. Before we get too far, I want to talk about our magic word for today, okay? Of is going to be our magic word. So in this problem, do we see our magic word?
No.
Of, okay? This is our magic word,
Wait,
okay? And the reason this is a magic
word.
Sorry, Macwick word. Let's make that a G.
like 14.
So look what you-
Okay? Whenever we see the word of in one of these problems, whatever comes next is what goes on the bottom. So what percent of, what comes right after of?
Kids.
Not just kids,
Musical.
kids in the musical. So how many kids do we have in the musical?
5.
We've got 5 in the musical, so we need to make sure we put 5 on the bottom of our fraction. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, cool. We got 3 more of these problems. These ones you don't have to write down. I would encourage you to get your whiteboards out and just find your percent, right? 3 out of 5.